All right, hello everybody. Make sure you have your paper and pencil out, notebook and pencil out. Today we are covering segment addition postulate. All right? So the first note we're going to notice here is, let me pick a color here. The first note we're going to notice is it says 3 points. 3 points. On the line, they can be any letters, right? So here's point number 1, and here's point number 2, and here's point number 3. And they can be any letters, right? So I'm going to pick the easiest ones. I'm going to pick A, B, and C, right? A, B, and C. Okay? Point number 2, the middle letter is always in the middle of the segment. So I'm going to say the middle letter is always in the middle of the segment. So A, B, C, right? A, B, C, B's in the middle. If you say R, S, T, S would be in the middle. If you say X, Y, Z, Y would be in the middle. So a segment is a line that starts at one point and ends on another, right? That's a line. Is a line that starts at one point and ends at another, right? It has got 2 endpoints. So when you put a point somewhere in the middle, what it does is it creates 2 smaller segments, right? So the big segment is from A all the way to C. But the 2 shorter ones are A to B is a short one. So let's call this one short. And it also creates another short one from B to C. That's another short one. And the 2 short ones together create the long one, A to C, right? So the long one goes from A, long, to C. That's the long segment, right? So pretty much what's happening is short plus short is equal to the long segment, right? So let's keep that in mind and let's do our examples right here. So our short segment, our first short segment goes from the first point to the middle point, which is RS. So we write down RS with a line over it. That means segment. So this is segment RS. Segment RS. Okay? Plus, so that's the first short. The second short goes from the middle to the side, which is S to T. So S, T, with a line over it, because remember, that means segment, is equal to the long segment, which is R all the way to T. So R, T. So short plus short is equal to long, right? So now that we have our segment set up, we can start replacing, substituting what we know. So RS, how much is from R to S? We don't know. So we're going to leave this as RS, just like that. Plus, how much is from S to T? From S to T is 18, so we can write 18 is equal to R to T. R all the way to T is 100, so we can say this is 100. So now that looks like a regular one-step equation that we've been working on, right? So I draw my line of separation, I draw my equal sign. So this RS is going to come down by itself because that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to say RS, And this 18 is going to come over as minus 18. So I'm going to cross that 18 and I'm going to bring over 18 just like that. So 100 take away 18 is 82. 82. So that is my solution. That's how long RS is. So from R to S is 82 because that's what we got. RS is equal to 82. All right, so that was that example. Let's try the second example here. Right, so we need to find our first short segment. So our first short goes from E to F. So that's going to be my first short segment, segment EF, plus our second short segment, which is F to G. So I say FG, segment FG, is equal to the long segment, which goes from E all the way to G. So EG, segment EG. I draw a better G than that, right? There you go. So now we need to substitute what we have. So EF, goes from E to F is equal to 79. So we write here 79 plus F to G. F to G is, we don't know what F to G is. So we leave FG as FG is equal to EG, which is E all the way to G, which is 139. So this is 139 here. So I use my, solving one-step equation skills here. I draw my equal sign. So I want to get my FG by itself. I want it to come down just like this. So I say FG is equal to, so if my FG is there, so I want to move my 79 over this way, and it's going to become minus 79. Minus 79, just like that. So 139 minus 79 is 60. And there we go. FG is equal to 60. So this means that from F to G is 60, because that is what I got right here. F to G, 60. Now it doesn't say specifically if it's miles or inches or centimeters, but we know that it measures 60, right? Perfect, perfectly done. So let's try a couple of examples that you're going to see in your worksheet here. So let's try this one. So we have the answer here, right? So we know it's going to be 1, but again, you will not receive credit if you don't show the work. So the first short segment goes from S to T. So we say segment ST, plus the second short segment goes from T to U, which we have no idea what it is. It says question mark. So that segment TU is equal to the long segment, which goes from S all the way over to U, and we know that's 92. So SU is the long segment. So now we substitute, right? S to T is 91, so we're going to put a 91 there, plus T to U. We don't know what T to U is, so we're going to leave it as TU. And finally, S to U is 92, so we're going to put a 92 there. So we do our one-step equations. We draw our equal sign. we draw our line of separation. We draw our equal sign. My TU is going to come down because that's what I'm looking for. My 91 is going to come over as minus 91. So cross it out, and I say minus 91. 92 minus 91 is 1, right? Which is perfect. Look at this. This 1 is the answer here. So we know that from T to U, the answer is 1. And it makes sense, look, because 91 plus 1 is equal to 92. There we go. All right, let's do our next example. All right, so let's first find our first short segment. So from D to E is our first short segment, right? So D to E. Actually, you know what? Let's change colors. Let's try a different color. Let's try purple. No, we tried purple already. Let's try gray. So D to E is our first short segment, plus E to F is our second short segment. So E to F is our second short segment, and our long segment is D all the way to F. So DF. So I say DF, segment DF, right? So now let's substitute. What do we know? Well, our D to E, we don't know what it is. So let's leave it as D to E, segment DE, plus segment E to F. Well, E to F is 30. So I know I'm going to put in 30. I'm going to substitute 30 is equal to D to F. D all the way over to F is 97. So I know D to F is 97, right? So I'm going to draw my line of separation. I'm going to draw my equal sign on the bottom. So I know I'm solving for DE because that was my question mark. So I'm going to say DE like that. So that means I got to bring this 30 over to this side, and when it comes over, it becomes a minus 30. So minus 30, just like that. So 97 minus 30, right? These two. 97 minus 30 is 67. And that's perfect because this matches that. So that means that DE is equal to 67. So from D to E is equal to 67. And that makes sense, right? Because 67 plus 30 is equal to 97. There you go. Perfect setup. Remember, you must set up everything to get full credit for your assignment. Okay. Finally, one more example here. Let's set it up. Different letters, same strategy, right? Different letters, same strategy. So our first short segment goes from B to C. So we say segment B. Let's change color here. Let's go with brown. So B to C plus our second short segment goes from C to D, right? C to D, so C to D. So short plus short is equal to the long segment, which goes from B to D. So B to D, just like that. So let's substitute now. Substitute. So B to C is equal to 36. Well, I can substitute and put 36 right here. Plus C to D is question mark. We don't know. So we're going to leave it as C to D is equal to B all the way to D, which is equal to 129. So this is 129. So I'm going to draw my line of separation here, and I'm going to draw my equal. So my goal is to get my segment CD by itself. So I'm going to say CD, right? So that means I'm going to move this 36 over this way and make it negative 36. So I'm going to cross out 36 and make it negative 36. 129 minus 36 is 93, which is exactly 93. Matches my answer right there. See? So that means that from C to D is 93. So from here all the way to here is 93. And 93 plus 36 is equal to 129. 129. So there we go. These are the 3 examples. Make sure you write them all down on your notes. And these are your notes themselves, right? So there we go. This is segment addition postulate.